Welcome home. This is the Diversity of Thought podcast. I go by the name of John or F. Luger. I got my esteemed, highly anticipated co-host, Quasi, and we're here to give you some insight. I'm going to let you introduce.
Hi, I'm Chris. So the topic today is Offset and Cardi B. Local love. The love that people like to celebrate. How you feel about this love? This love that has crashed and burned. How you feel about it?
I'm not sure. that that's the love that they're talking about. You know what
Nah,
I
that's the
mean?
love they're talking about, bro.
It's the it was very glamorized and it crashed and burned like you say as expected. You know what I mean? Who you want? All right. So who are we gonna dissect first?
Who we gonna dissect first?
Let's
Offset.
start with Offset.
Yeah, they talk about Offset.
I
man.
agree.
Because we want to be fair, especially when it comes to this Cardi stuff. We want to be fair, you know? Want to be fair.
When it comes to Offset, all right, what can we say about Offset? Very successful artist within his own right with the group
The Migos.
with the Migos. We love the Migos. And a successful solo artist.
Yep.
Right? So Offset's behavior. Let's speak on Offset's behavior.
Okay.
Offset behaves like someone with allegiance to no one.
True.
Right?
True.
You can't be a parent. You can't be a husband. You can't be even a what is it? He's a group. You can't even be a good group mate with that kind of behavior. I do believe the way he moves spilled into like the Migos. Didn't he have like allegedly? You know what I mean?
I preface it by saying allegedly, because the rumor was him and Sweetie messed around.
I didn't know who
and
it
that
was.
type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Sweetie is attached to Quavo. So allegedly that's the rumor. And that's the thing that one of the things that he addressed with the interview he just did, right?
So that's another thing. He's not moving with honorable even within the brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
So all of this public displays of who he is, right?
Mhm.
I don't know how that could lead him into a healthy marriage.
You know, I realize, when somebody never had something, right? Money only magnifies who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you grew up a certain way and stuff, you get money, now you lost your mind and stuff like that. So it's not being conditioned to be successful. I don't think he was conditioned to be successful because when he finally attained some success, it sent him over the edge. Do not get married if you're not ready to be married. Don't get married if you're not ready to be married.
That's easy to say, right? Because like on a previous episode, these people that come into marriage and the idea of marriage, they don't know what they're getting themselves into, right?
They don't.
So-
Especially young like that. But right? You know your appetites as a man. You know yourself. Remember, he's not just a rapper. But being a rapper now is a business, a brand. I think about endorsements, right? Especially when you're rapping and you're married and stuff like that. You can't. You have to think about your wife. You have to think about your family. You have to think about how you're, I remember I used to watch Love and Hip Hop with my mother, right? And she's always telling me, don't go on that show. Because if you went on that show and you're embarrassing me, I would disown you. And that stuck with me. Because you got to be mindful of how you are perceived by your loved one,
All right.
you know?
All right, I'm going to be, all right, so Offset not moving Millie.
You're not moving.
I'm going to call it what it is, like, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not protecting Cardi, he's not protecting his children, he's not protecting his label mates, and honestly, his music is suffering for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He make good music, but for the most part, his antics take away from nobody really want to deal with it. You get what I'm saying?
Nobody want to deal with that.
And this is my take on him. I don't think he's been a good father. I don't think he's been a good husband. I don't think he's honestly being a good example of a man. That's just what it is. That's my take on it, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's a difference, right? If you're willing to stand on everything you do, that's different.
Yeah.
All right. But you okay with the whole world turning their back on you. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think that he got that in him. I don't think he got that in him where he could do what he want.
I don't think he have that in him because he needs to be online to perpetrate the nonsense.
You know?
That disgusts me, bro. Some people bring their issues online for the world to see. That disgusts me. One thing you gotta be mindful as a man is how we talk to the mother of your children in the eyes of everybody. You have to be mindful of that.
So all right, so publicly specifically, because we don't know what happens privately, right?
Yeah.
We had a previous episode with Ayesha Curry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming down hard on Offset pause because the way I came down on Ayesha Curry, right? And my issue with Offset and Ayesha Curry was them not protecting their children.
Yeah.
Right? Because That's where I draw the line right there. That's where I
Mm.
draw the line. If you're an adult, you live how you want. How society receive you is you got to deal with it, and that's that, right? But children don't have no control over how adults behave that represent them. You represent, you're a father, you're a mother, you're representing your children. You got to protect children, if nothing, especially your children. I say protect all children. But if you don't protect your children, that tells me a lot about you.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So when a child isn't a priority, I'm always going to take issue with him. And I don't think that Offset is prioritizing his children as far as family. You know what I mean? How many baby mothers the brother got?
I have no idea. I know there's a couple.
You know what I'm saying? And there's no way that you could live life the way he's living and
You know, it's
prioritize your
crazy.
children.
People be like, how dare you have opinions? I only have one baby mother. How much you have one?
I mean, you know what? You know what? I had this conversation before. In the Black community, right? We have normalized baby mothers and baby fathers, right? And then I look at like the Asian community, the Indian community, wherever, however far east you want to go, right? That's not a thing. I don't doubt that they have baby mothers and baby fathers, right? But that's never brought to the forefront. It's not on the surface.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not supposed to make a family and then make another family and then make another family. When it comes to like my relationship report card, that's a smudge on my report card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you make a family, you create a family, you see that through. You know what I mean? Me personally, I can't speak on someone if I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that, bro. I'm not proud of being a baby father.
I don't see myself as a baby father. No, that would they would
You know what
that would recall, yo, I'm not a baby father.
I hear you. I hear you.
I am a father of a legacy.
You could. All right, so have fun with the semantics and the adjectives. But the fact of the matter is that we're in hip hop. You know what I mean? We're of the culture, with the fashion we got on, with the way we present ourselves, the way we speak. That baby mother and baby father culture is not something to be proud of. That's a start right there. But now we're moving on to Cardi.
Yeah, no, because we got to, right?
We got to move on to
Because
Cardi.
you leave son for something 1,000 times worse. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But it's true, bro.
That's not how you.
But son, I respect Stefon, bro. But
what,
you leave something for 1,000. You know, it have multiple women and stuff, paternity suits happening right now, right? You know what she did? Hold on, I'll say this because this is crazy. This is bro. While I was doing research for this topic, right? It's craziest thing, bro. The show Cardi cooking, right? And she's talking about the other baby mothers. Well, hey, that's our baby daddy now. Bro, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But you know what? This is what we live in. I'm starting to realize that these positions are only for show, right? So I come to the realization that a lot of the honor and the desires, you want to post the roses and you want to post the bow on a car and you want to post the engagement ring and you don't want none of the responsibility or the flack that come behind that. Now, I'm not saying that when you get married, you're supposed to deal with this pain. But the reality of the situation is that Cardi was a wife. She was a wife.
A mother. You understand what I'm saying? And now the rules that she wouldn't, we got to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
The rules that a woman create for one man, she's not going to hold for the next man. The rules are not real.
The rules are not real, bro.
It's not real. The rules are not real. These rules are only for the men that they make them for. I'm not saying that one person, I'm saying, so first of all, if you're in a monogamous relationship, as a man, you got to stand true on said monogamous relationship. So if you're not doing that, you're a sucker. Outright.
Yeah.
All right? Be who you are and be open to rejection. Don't be a sucker. That's first, right? But women will let another man do certain things and live a certain way that they won't let this man. And that's the only thing I never really understood about women. Like, you won't let your man be with other women, but you'll be a side chick to another man. Now, the only reason why we're calling, hear me out. The only reason why we're calling Cardi, the only reason why we're saying Cardi's in a relationship with Stefon Diggs is because she's at the forefront and she's a celebrity.
She's a celebrity.
Cardi,
the other girls in them, they're not as popular as her.
Might not even be the apple of his eye.
That might be, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's like
talk that shit. And
another thing I learned, because I am a man that I don't think that majority of my exes would have bad things to say about me. Okay, so with that said, I don't think that he has favor. I don't think Offset I think she loved Offset or liked him at some point, but I don't think he has the favor, and he's not seen the way that Stefon Diggs, the way she sees Stefon Diggs. Because she letting him run circles around her.
The athlete is very fashionable and he's very desired.
Now hold on,
hold on. He's an athlete. He's very fashionable and he's desired by a lot of women, right?
The nigga, he's a handsome man.
He's handsome,
Ain't
man.
nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying not,
Pause.
ain't not,
Yeah, I
ain't
say,
not saying that. I'm not saying that Offset is not, but I'm saying that
Offset, not him.
there's different rules.
Different rules and
Now
different levels.
let me be the monster. Anytime I have a woman in my life, we got to go through that BAME scene. Do you feel in charge? Then they tell you why they feel like they feel, and this gives you power over me. You don't have.
You really was talking,
You don't, but I
that applies.
I
Yeah.
applied that to my relationship. You don't come in here. You don't have no authority over me. You are in charge of you. I'm in charge of me, and I'm in charge of us. If that's a problem, then we not a us.
Yeah. Because women do say that one man who can lead, man who provide and protect, right? If a man is doing all that, I ain't a rocket science. I ain't a Rhodes scholar, but if a man is doing all of that, right? What should this position be?
Yo,
what does a leader do?
No. Like,
what does a leader do?
All right, so I had this conversation. I have so much dating experience, and I'm not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing. So I had this conversation with a young lady, and I'm like, listen, the type of man that you are interested in, I'm going to explain to you. And you could take this with you to your other relationship because I don't think we're going to be together much longer.
Yeah.
I've actually said this. I said, listen, you pick your president, okay? But you don't dictate the policy. If you're not happy with your president, you get your president impeached. You get him up out of here. But once you pick your president, you don't get to pick the president and dictate the policy. Now, I get it. Presidents or politicians are dishonest sometimes.
Yeah, they are.
Right? To get the position.
Yeah.
You got to use your own discernment with your voting right. And that voting right is what you have as a woman to pick your man. But you don't get to pick your president and dictate the policy. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Cardi tripping, though.
She's tripping.
Cardi tripping. Because you might as well let your husband run wild.
Yeah, might as well. I mean to say, leave that situation.
And I'm not even saying that's okay.
I mean to say, it's a nasty, it's messy, bro. It ain't, at least he ain't bring no babies home.
He might have.
We ain't not no babies.
He might have. You never know, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, when you don't live by no type of rules,
no honor, bro. No honorable.
I'm not even gonna give it like a moral thing. If you don't operate with no structure, what do you expect, man? As a man, I have to be responsible, right? So for every decision I make, there's gonna be I got to deal with the outcome, right? And I think that we got to do that with the collective. Put them in position where, yo, you're an adult, right? All this. I don't think it's fair and crying. We don't care about none of that. The world does not owe you understanding. The concept of male and female, all right? Those two genders, the world don't owe either of us understanding. You make a decision, there's an outcome. I have empathy for humanity, but we're talking about people that are making conscious decisions.
And bringing babies into it.
Bringing babies into it, man. I'm not with that. I'm not with that, man.
Are we not the nanny police?
Let me tell you something.
Men have opinions and we have conversations, especially if we go to the barber shop and like you and I, when we shoot in the breeze and stuff on the telephone and stuff like even when we're prepping for this podcast sessions, right? These things we talk about. This is what we talk about. These things that we talk about, saying what we accept and what we not accepting as a man. What is a good look? What is a bad look for a man? All this is, there's a nasty situation.
We could have. Let me tell you this. I like to simplify things, right?
Yeah.
We could have plenty sex. You know what I mean? Babies don't have to result from it.
They don't have to be. It's a way to prepare yourself.
You know what I mean?
Man.
I'm not even saying that.
And I'm not saying because they might be in love.
Yeah, but don't be so irresponsible and selfish to the point where we're gonna put children in harm's way. Yeah. And I think that this scene, the internet is forever, right? You know what I mean? Everything that they're doing and saying, their children are gonna be able to pull up when the time comes.
That's crazy, bro.
Could you imagine seeing your mom being pregnant by another man while she's still married to your father? You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine growing up? Can you imagine growing up and having, like, we're not going to normalize it. It's not normal. You're not supposed to have multiple baby mothers. That's not normal. It's not healthy. You know what I mean? And what are your children going to do?
I remember somebody was justified to me. Well, Cardi having fun. She was husband was cheating.
Fun course.
And fun course. That's the thing. One situation to the other situation, the same situation.
So they're trying to balance. So what the collective trying to do, they're trying to balance, right? And you can't balance because men and women are different. There are different. Certain things are accepted in society for men. Certain things are accepted in society for women. But at the end of the day, it don't matter what society accepts. You got to live with it. And right now, Cardi's trying to be a victim. She's not a victim. She's not a victim of circumstance. She's a wealthy woman. She has everything she needs. These decisions is based on who she is.
Son, that's why when my man's papoose living good, I celebrate him.
Oh,
He did
yeah.
things honorable.
I don't know the whole story behind that.
I know the whole story because I listened to everything he was saying and everything Remy was saying. And what I came out of it was Papoose wasn't wrong. Bowed out gracefully.
I
So
don't
he
know.
had to bow gracefully. Yeah?
I don't
He
know.
bowed gracefully. He gave himself some time to get it off of him.
Okay, okay.
He bowed gracefully, gave himself some time, and he get with somebody who values him.
All right, so this is not really a I don't know if I could really be I could be fair. I'm a big fan of Remy's music.
I am too. I
You know
love
what I'm
Remy.
saying? What I will say is that where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Right? Remy's response to the breakup, I've seen it before. So
Yeah.
I think you might be right.
We know what we're saying, bro. I seen all this. I seen every trick a woman
I
can
seen
pull,
it.
bro. I've seen it all.
You
I
know,
have seen it all.
so right. What I'm an advocate for is,
Yeah.
yo, if I'm gonna part ways with a woman, I'm not waiting for a blow up. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be some ugly because that's what they used to. You know, they used to you did that or they did this, and that's the end of it. Boom.
Nitpick all this bullshit. That all this misdirection. It's a bunch of misdirection, bro.
My discernment.
I watch Rambo. We don't fall for the misdirection.
My discernment has taught me that the moment you start engaging in a way that is not productive to the team, you either not interested, you already monkey branched over to
I
another
already know,
branch.
son.
You know what I mean? So I have a zero tolerance policy for disrespect. And the fact of the matter is that you got to know when your woman don't respect you. You got to really get that discernment in order early as a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For example, because Rem, I don't even think Rem respect nobody. I'm gonna keep it all the way. I think Rem respect Joe. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think Rem respect men. Yo, you got to really think about these things. Like I bet. So right, I respect women.
Yeah.
I respect women. That's why I'm so hard on them because I care. I know how much their image will affect how the world treats them.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So if I'm hard on men, pause, is because I know that the image of we black men, right? So the image of the black man, the way we projecting ourselves, that's how the world gonna treat us, right? Because they're not inside black houses. You understand what I'm saying? They're not at hair salons with black women engaging with them, seeing that they regular people, that black is not a monolith. It's a million different types of black people. You understand what I'm saying? But all they see is TV. They see VH1. They see the scandals. They see men not having dick discipline, right? No, yo,
Pause.
no, but realistically speaking, right, if you operate with no self-control at all, it is very hard to be respected. If you want a woman's respect, you have to be honest. First of all, be forthcoming with who you are. Give her the choice to decide if she want to really invest in you, first of all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have to know that everything you put out is public diary, it's public knowledge. It's a diversity of thoughts that's gonna come back to you.
It's a fact. The city came full circle.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? This shit is all messy business. And I want to see you guys' thoughts. This episode right here, I want to see what people have to say. I want you guys' thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. And we out.
Blessings.